ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थे सुभिज्येश्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, chapter 26, verse 14. So in the previous class we read that the Brajvasis, who were very astonished to see Krishna's act of lifting Govardhan, and they became doubtful about Krishna's personality, because on one side Krishna appears to be superhuman, other side he's just like them. So they want to know this from Nanda Maharaj.
Excuse me, Babaji, your camera isn't on.
What is saying?
The camera is on.
Now it's good.
Hmm?
Now it's good. Should be back now, right?
Maybe it's just me. I just have the C for the classroom.
I can see fine.
Oh, so it's me. Sorry.
So they are also surprised that how much they love Krishna, and also how Krishna is in love with them and dependent on them, reciprocates with them. So they are unable to understand. So Krishna is a puzzle even for Brajvasis, not now, even at that time. Who is he actually? So they described all his various activities which he has done. So now they are saying, Kva saptahayano balaha, kva mahadri vidharanam, tato no jayate shanka vrajanath tavatmaje. So he says that where is this boy just 7-year-old, and then look at the mountain, Adri, and he lifted this great mountain. This is amazing. How is it possible for him to do this? And that's why we have the doubt about him. So, O Vrajanath, Lord of Vraja, please answer to us, who is he? Because you are his father, so you must know. So, Tava Atmaje, no Shanka Jayate. So, this is our doubt about him. So,
Babaji, may I ask a question?
yeah.
I had a question from last class. So that's the verse of the 13th verse, affection, they describe the raga to Krishna. So my question is that the prema as described by Sri Rupa Goswami, it's Sandra and the Visheshatma. It is the most happiest thing ever. And they're experiencing it all the time. They're experiencing samadhi. So how is it, I'm just wondering that, don't they feel special, like different from others, that they're having this experience, which is, I guess there's something special about this experience of prayer. So I'm just wondering that how is it that they don't feel special, that they are different from others? You mentioned that they just feel like normal people.
Others means which others?
Like material people, like.
Which material people?
Like people in the material, like me, for example.
Yeah, but
consciousness is.
I'm saying give an example. Which material? When they are living here in Braj, so which is material and which is spiritual?
People in Mathura, for example.
So how do they know? You live here, you live in your town. How do you know what the people in America feel about somebody? How will they know?
But even this experience of samadhi is such a high state of samadhi. How it.
That's why they have doubt. Otherwise, why are they asking?
Yeah, yes, but don't they have a doubt in themselves? They have a doubt in Krishna, for example. They could also ask that are we some yogis or are we some special people that
No, they know
we
it.
have high state of mind or something.
They know themselves. They are cowherd people. They do the daily activities. They are not sitting in a cave. Yogis go and sit in a cave and be in samadhi. What do you mean that they are in samadhi? This is we are analyzing. Yeah, that is our analysis, not their analysis. You have to understand. It is we who are saying that they are in a state of samadhi. Even Sukdev Goswami never said that they were in samadhi. It is I am saying that it is how it's like a state of samadhi. So they are not educated in some yoga sutra and then knowing, oh, we are in a samadhi, we must be yogis. Yeah, you have to have some knowledge about that also. They have not studied that. They just love him. They think about him, they are absorbed. How do they know that this is samadhi? If they have heard of some yogis, I told you they are like normal Indian people, So normally in India, what do you think of yogis? That they are married, have children and they have cows?
No.
Then? So how would they think that they are yogis? They are eating chapati every day. They are not, that they are living on some leaves or water like Dhruva Maharaj. They must have heard stories of Dhruva or somebody like that. So you see, it is difficult even to understand them. Difficulty in understanding Brajvasis, and then Brajvasis having difficulty understanding who is Krishna. Okay, anything else? So he says, Uktamapi adridharnam prastutatvad vati vismayena punarahu kvatai. So this lifting of Govardhan was already spoken. So why are they speaking again? So he says that this is what caused them the great wonder. Ati vismayena punarahu. Because that's how their thought came. Because this was the thing which was performed most extensively and most amazingly. So then Nanda Maharaj, he replies now to them. And he gives a very nice reply, which will satisfy everybody. So he says, Shruyatam me vacho gopa vyetu shankana vo chavo arbhake enam kumaram uddishya gargo me yad uvacha. He says that, O Gopas, cowherd people, just listen to me what I will say, so that your doubt will be dispelled completely. And what I am going to say is what Gargacharya said in reference to this Kumara, this boy. Enam Kumaram Uddishya Gargo Meyad Uvacha. So means he is going to speak in a very authentic manner. It's not his opinion. If it is just his opinion, then they may think, well, maybe it is not like that. But if Gargacharya is speaking, who is a sage, respected, so that must be true. He is also astrologer, so he also knows something which is not known ordinarily. Like through astrology, Jyotish is called the Chakshu of the Veda, the eye of the Veda. So you can see something which you cannot see with the normal eyes, that you can see with the eye of Jyotish. You can penetrate into somebody's life through Jyotish, right? If you don't make mistake. So he says, I will tell you what he has spoken, and his words are true. Because Jyotish is a Prataksha Shastra. Jyotish is not like Purmimansa, that you do this yaga, then you will go to heaven. Go or not go, how do I know? Just faith is there because we believe in it. Jyotish is not like that. Jyotish is like modern science. It gives you, tells you prediction, it will come or not come, you will know. If it does not come, then it is false. If it comes, then it is confirmed. So therefore, if you have to be a Jyotishi, you have to be very good at it. Otherwise, people will disbelieve in you after some time. Because sooner or later, your bluff will be caught. And this guy is just bluffing. So unless you move from place to place, you always have new clients. So you can never be caught. That is also possible. Because those dissatisfied clients will leave you. This is the human psychology. If somebody is doing some Jyotish is an example, it can also apply in other people. So he will make prediction. So suppose out of 100 people, 10 predictions come true, 90 don't come true. Which means he is not good. So then what will happen? These 90s won't come back to him. But these 10 will stick to him. Right? So when another people come, these are the 10 people who will speak about it. He is very good, he told me this and this happened. But those 90s are not to be seen because they won't come here. So then he will become famous. And this will continue like that because those who get dissatisfied, they will leave. And those who are satisfied, they will be around him, they will come back. And if next time it does not happen, they will think, well, there must be something wrong in me. Because now they have faith in him. So this is how things grow for those who do predictions, etc. Not easy to figure out. Even if you interview people, do research. So therefore he says, now you listen what Gargacharya said, and what he said is coming true. In this particular case, it all came true. So he is not saying what he said about my boy. He says, Enam Kumaram Uddishya. What he spoke about this boy. So means, I'm not saying it just because he is my son, and therefore I'm talking like that. Could have said, Enam Mam Atmajam Uddishya, something like that. About my son, what he said, listen. He says, Enam Kumaram Uddishya. What is said about this boy, listen to that. And then your doubt will be removed. Vetu Shankacha Vo Arbhake. Whatever doubt you have about this boy, that doubt will go away. So, Aho Mad Balke Asmin Praka Siddha Mahaprabhave Madishta Devasya Sri Narayanasya Mayati Kripaya Madvipado Abhihantum Aveshamalakshate Sansherate Tadetan Sir Gargoktya Eva Prabodhyamiti Ashena Ashrutamati. So Nanda Maharaj is thinking like this, that it is my presiding deity, my Ishta Devata Narayana, who out of his grace he enters into this boy and protects us from all our calamities. And because of that, these people are having doubt about him. So now I will remove their doubt by telling them the words of Gargacharya. Means Nanda Maharaj had no doubt. He is thinking Narayana is helping. So, but these people will not believe that. So I will speak on the authority of Gargacharya. So now he is basically quoting what Garga said. Varnastraya kila asya asan grinyato anuyugam tanuhu shuklo raktas tatha pita idanim krishna tam gataha. So he said that this boy had earlier 3 colors, which is very important. So color also has importance, right, in human beings. In animals not so much, but in human beings color is very important. So he says that he has got 3 colors. He was white man. Then he was a red man. Now he is a black man. So black life matters or not? So therefore, he has also been yellow. So he says in different yugas he takes different colors. There are 4 yugas, so he has 4 colors. There is no commentary because this slokas already came. So pragayam vasudevasya kvachit jatastavatmajah vasudevaiti Śrīmad-Bhāgavata samprachakshate. And Gargacharya said that earlier this boy was also born from Vasudeva. So although he is your Atmaja now he is your son, but he has also been the son of Vasudeva. And therefore those who know the truth, they call him as Vasudeva. So Vasudeva, why is Krishna called Vasudeva? Because he is son of Vasudeva previously. Bahuni santi namani rupani cha sutasya te gun karmanu rupani tanyaham vedano janaha. And your son, he has got many names and many forms. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, lot of them. And these name and form are according to his qualities and activities. So if whatever activity he does, then correspondingly he has a name like that. So his name is not just for the sake of name, but it has corresponding qualities related to that name in him. So he says that I know all of them, but others do not know. So Gargacharya means he knew a lot about Krishna. Esha vah shreya adhashyad gopa gokulanandanaha anena sarva durgani yuya manjas tarishyatah. So he says that he will bring a lot of good well-being for all the cows and cowherd people. Gopa Gokula Nandana. And you will easily cross over all sorts of troubles by his help. So big difficulties will come. So he says, then they can understand that this problem came because of Indra and we were not troubled by that. Puranena Vrajapate Sadhavo Dashu Pidita Arajake Rakshamana Jigyur Dashun Samedhita. So earlier there was anarchy, and then the plunderers were looting people, troubling them. So he came at that time, he appeared and he gave protection to people, Rakshamana, Jigyu Dasyun Samayadita. And he defeated the robbers, plunderers, those who were troubling the others. So this is the story of Vena and Prithu. Prithu came because after Vena was killed by the sages, then there was anarchy. And then as if there is no king to protect, then people, those who are powerful, start exploiting others. It's natural. So then Prithu came. So Prithu is therefore called as Adiraj, the first king, for that reason. There were other kings, but he is called for this reason because he chastised the wrongdoers. Ye tasmin mahabhage pritim kurvanti manavaha nariyo bhi bhavanti etan vishnu pakshani vasuraha. He says, anyone who will love this fortunate boy, then that person will not be subdued by his enemies. Na arayo abhi bhavanti etan. Just like those who are on the side of Vishnu are not defeated by the asuras. Because asuras and devas, they are always having rivalry, fighting with each other. But because devas, they take the shelter of Vishnu, then they come victorious, like in the Samudra Manthan Leela. So asuras could not get the nectar, and they drank. So this is because they were helped by Vishnu. So in the same way, if one takes shelter of Krishna or loves Krishna, Pritim Kurvanti, then one will not be affected by the enemies. Tasmat Nanda Kumaroyam Narayana Samo Gunaihi Shriya Kirtyanubhavena Tatkarmasu Na Vishmaya. So therefore, this is the last sloka which Gargacharya spoke. He says, therefore, O Nanda, this boy, he has qualities like Narayana. So Narayana is known to them, to Brajvasis, because Narayana is Bhagavan. That is the common understanding. So Shriya Kirtya Anubhavena, by wealth or beauty, by fame, by prowess, he is equal to Narayana. And therefore, don't be surprised by seeing his superhuman activities. So Gargacharya has already predicted that he will do many superhuman activities, so don't be surprised by that how he is able to do it. So there is a commentary on this. He Nanda, tasmadayam kumara iti gargokter na kevalam ayam mamev kumaraha apitu yusmakam api. Ityatosmin aishwarye drishtyapi vatsalyam pratidinam ashishatam cha na tyajyam iti vivakshya eva. Tasmat nandatmajo ayante iti gargokter anukti. So he says, therefore he is saying tasmat nanda kumaroyam. That he is saying that, O Nanda, this boy. He did not say tasmat nanda atmajo ayamte, that, O Nanda, this son of yours. So he is also saying Kumara. So he says that this is as if Nanda Maharaj is indicating to them that from this statement of Gargacharya, you should know that this is not just my boy, it is yours also. So, na kevalam ayam mama eva kumara, apitu yusmakam api. So he belongs to you, that's why you love him. It's not only that I do preeti to him, you also have, you yourself said. So therefore, even if you see Aishwarya in him, still bless him with your Vatsalya bhav. Vatsalyam pratidinam ashishatam cha. Give him hundreds of blessings and don't give up blessings. So that's why Gargacharya spoke like that. Narayana samayati Narayana aveshadeva natvayam Narayana. And he said his qualities like Narayana means he is not Narayana himself, but he has qualities like him. So what does it mean he has qualities? Because Narayana, he enters into him. Like a ghost enters into somebody and possesses, like that Narayana comes in him. And then he gets qualities like Narayana. Means whatever Narayana can do, he can do also. Then Narayana goes away, then he's just normal person. That's why you see two personalities in him. So, right? Most of the time he's just normal boy, like cowherd boy. But once in a while Narayana comes in him, then he does something extraordinary. So don't be fooled by that, thinking he is some Ishvara, this or that. No, he is my son, he is your son. He's just normal. But he is fortunate because Narayana comes in him. And he is a good boy. So keep giving your blessings to him. Otherwise you will start worshipping him. Because this is what happens. As soon as you know that somebody has got some Aishwarya, then you cannot just shower your blessing or you can love that person. Then you worship that person. You have the feeling of reverence towards that person. And this is what Krishna does not want. And Nanda Maharaj also does not want. Because then if that starts happening, then he will also think, well, maybe he is, so he will also become like that. So they want to have him just like Krishna, as a boy, and not as Ishvara. So therefore he says that Narayana aveshadeva natvayam Narayana. He only has an avesha of Narayana, not that he is Narayana. Narayana only just empowers him. So yatha surya kanta shila api surya samay iti uchyate. Just like there is this gem called Surya Kanta, so it is called as equal to Surya, sun. Surya Kanta means which attracts sun rays, maybe like a lens, So if you have a convex lens and you put it in the sun, then it will create fire. So then you can say, oh, this lens is actually like sun, because it can heat, can create fire. So, but that lens does not have any fire in it or heat in it. It is only the sun rays which enter into it, and then he just focuses them in one point, and that creates heat that can burn. So like that, Krishna is there, Narayana comes inside him, and then he does some extraordinary activities. So tasmadayam na Ishvara napi nikrishto jiva. Therefore he is neither Ishvara nor he is some lowly jiva, he is somebody. Kintu lokottar karma kopiyam asmat kul bhushanaiva. So he is extraordinary in the sense that he performs extraordinary activities, and therefore he is like the ornament of our family. He is a cowherd boy, he is not Ishvara, and he is also not some unworthy living being. So he has some character. Ateva tena gargenaiva sarvante proktam tat karmasu na vishmayati. Therefore Gargacharya himself has said at the end that you should not be surprised by seeing his activities. Tasya sarva lokatita karmasu ati adbhuta drishtya ayam ishvara iti buddhir na kartavya. At the same time, seeing him performing all these extraordinary activities, you should not think he is Ishvara. So Gargacharya himself has laid the ground that Krishna is not treated as Ishvara, and he is also not treated as an ordinary cowherd boy. Tenaiva nisiddhatvat asmin yusmad anukampe chiram jiva iti ashireva karya. So Gargacharya himself has prohibited us not to think of him as Ishvara. Therefore you should all give your blessings, your grace to him, such as live long, have long life. That's why Krishna lived 125 years. He got the blessings of the Brajvasis. So natu adasinyam, so don't become indifferent to him. Indifferent in the sense that he is Ishvara. So what is there we have to give him? Because what can you give to Ishvara? Sometimes people give this argument, why shall we give any donation to temple? Because in temple Ishvara is there, he is the Lord, he should give us, right? Not that we give to him. If we give to him, then how is he that he is Ishvara? So, kim deva rateti na. So what can we give to Deva? So that is the meaning of Adasinya here. Adasinya is not completely indifferent, but indifferent in the sense, well, he doesn't need, so he doesn't feel hunger, there is no need to give him food. Because Ishvara is Atma Rama Aptakam, he has got all his wish satisfied, so what offering you are making to him? So this is how atheistic people say, why are you offering food to God? God is complete. If he is getting hungry, he is human being, he is not God. What will you say to them? And then you are giving offering so many times, more than even normal human being. 5 times. Right? In the temple they make 5 offering. So what kind of God is he? God is eating 5 times, human beings only 3 times, some only twice. So, iti phalato gopayasva samahita. Therefore, he said that you should protect him with attention. That was also Gargacharya's statement. Iti gargoktireva ukta gopanam vishma nirasanena sansya apadanam apnodanam cha kritam. So therefore, by saying that do not be surprised, he has removed the doubt about Krishna. Means he is not divinity personified, he is not God, he is one among us, but Narayana avesha can happen in him. So iti adha mam samadishya garge cha swagriham gate manne narayanasya amsham krishnam aklishta-karinam. So he says, in this way, when Garga Muni has directly instructed me and went back to his home, so since then I think that he is an amsha of Narayana, this Krishna, and he performs difficult task easily, can perform things without much problem. So this is what I think. So amsha tat shakti aveshinam manye vitarkyami. So what does he mean that he is amsa of Narayana? Means Narayana sometimes enters in him. So tat shakti aveshinam manye vitarkyami, I think. Asmat aklishtan kartum shilam yasyatam. So he is aklishtakari. Aklishtakari means that one who makes people free from klesha. Means he makes the situation free from klesha, therefore he is called aklishtakari. Aklishtakari literally can mean who does things which are not problematic. But here it means who removes the kleshas and makes things aklishta, makes the situation without problems. So means he solves all our problems. And that's what Gargacharya has said, that yam anja tarishyata, that he will cross over all difficulties by his help. So Brajvasis, they were very satisfied after hearing this. Now they understood that we don't have to worry, he is not God or anything, he is one of us, and we can continue to love him. Iti nandavachah shrutva gargagitam brajaukashaha muditanandamanarchuhu krishnam cha gata vismayah. So in this way, after hearing the words of Nanda Maharaj, which were actually the statements of Garga, then all the Vraja residents became very happy, and in that happy mood they respected Nanda Maharaj and also Krishna, and they became free from all their doubt as well as their surprise, feeling of wonder. So Anarchu Vastra Ratna Swarna Mudra Upaharnena Sammaniyamasu. So what does it mean, the Anarchu? Anarchu simply means that they worshipped him, but worship means they brought a lot of gifts to him as gems, gold, ornaments as gifts. Krishne vanadagate sati sayam chatam pitambar har katak kundala kirita alankrita jai jai vraj bhumi bhushana chiram jiva iti uplalyamas. And when they were speaking with Nanda Maharaj at that time, Krishna was not there. He has gone to forest with the cows. When he came in the evening, then they also brought a lot of gifts for him. Nice dress, necklace, bracelets, earrings, helmet, and decorated him nicely, and they said, Jai Jai Braj Bhumi Bhushan. All glories to you who are the ornament of Braj. And blessed him Chiranjiva, that he live long. So in this way they respected him. So this is the last sloka of this chapter. Deve varshati yagya viplav rusha vrajahasma varshānilaihi Sidat pala pashu stri atma sharanam drishtvanukampayati utsmayan Utpatayek karena salam abalo lilo chilindrim yatha Bibhrad goshtamapan mahindra madabhit priyan indro gavam. So priyat na indro gavam. That let, who is the Indra of cows, means Gavendra, Krishna, Lord of cows, may be pleased with us. So who is this Krishna? So it says Yagya Viplav Rusha Deve Varshati. When Indra became angry because the yagya for him was stopped, then it started raining heavily. And Vajra Ashma Varshānilai. So he was not only raining, but there was heavy wind and there were stones falling down, and he was also hitting with his Vajra on mountain. And Sidata Pala Pashu Stri Atma Sharanam Drishtva Anukampi Utsmayan. So then when everybody was suffering like this, then Krishna, he gave his grace when he saw that all the animals in Braj, the Pasupalak, the cowherd, and the ladies have come to his shelter, and he became full of Anukampi Utsmayan, and was little smiling. So what did he do to protect them? Utpatya eka karena salam abalo lilo chlindrim yatha. So although a small boy, he uprooted the Govardhan mountain just like a small boy may uproot the mushroom. And Bibhrad Gostham Apat Mahindra Madhbhit. And in this way he protected the Goshtha, the Vraja, by lifting this Govardhan hill, and also destroyed the Garva or Mada, the intoxication of Mahindra, Indra. So let that Gavendra be pleased with us. So Tika. Bho Rajan, O King, Indra Kopothitat Vajra Ashma Varsadikat Mahasankatad Govardhanam Udhritya Tadashritam Goshtham Rakshan. So Krishna, while protecting the Goshtha or the cowherd community, who has taken his shelter by uprooting Govardhan and thus protecting them from the big calamity in the form of hailstorm, wind and rain, which was an outcome of Indra's anger because his yagya was stopped. So tatmakha pravartana panditaha Krishno yatha suraloka garvahanta prinati tathaiva bahya kopothita Vāgavajradidam Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam vedadibhyo dhritya tvam rakshan tatparayan makh pravartan pandita Krishno bhakti rahita darshanika bhusara loka garvahanta prinato iti ashayam parikshitam swantapatam manayan Krishna pritim prarthayate deve. So he is giving a nice simile. So what he is saying is that just as Krishna has protected Brajvasis by lifting Govardhan, and he smashed the pride of Indra. So in the same way, and this calamity on Brajvasis came from the anger of Indra. So he says, in the same way, calamity on you, O Parikshit, has come from the anger of Brahmana boy. So Brahma Kopo Thitad Vag Vajrad, in the form of a thunderbolt of curse. So Indra has his thunderbolt, that is his Vajra, and Brahmana has the thunderbolt of his speech, that is Vaga Vajra. So this Brahmana boy threw that Vaga Vajra, the thunderbolt of speech, out of anger on you, just like Indra was throwing his thunderbolt out of anger on Brajvasis in the form of rain, hailstorm and wind. So, but Krishna, he protected both. He, just as he protected them, he also protected you by bringing out this Bhāgavatam from the ocean of Veda. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Veda Udadhibhya Udhritya Tvam Rakshan, and he has protected you. Tatparayana Makha Pravartan Pandita. So just like there he started the yajna of Govardhan Puja, here he has started the yajna of Bhāgavatam recitation. So that is Govardhan Puja yajna, and this is Bhagavat Parayan yajna. Krishna Bhakti Rahita Darshanik Bhusra Loka Garvhanta. There he demolished the pride of Indra. Here he is demolishing the pride of those Brahmanas who are devoid of bhakti and only are scholarly. So Indra is Sura and Brahmanas are Bhusura. So he demolished the pride of Sura, Indra. Here he demolished the pride of Bhusuras, the Brahmanas. So let he may be pleased. So with this intention, Sukadeva is reciting this sloka. Deve Varshati Indra Kopo Thitat. So this is how Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying this sloka. That just as they are saying that may that Krishna be pleased, says here he is having this also in mind, that may he be pleased by my recitation of this Bhagavatam. So iti ashayena parikshitam swantapatam manayan. So considering Parikshita, within him Krishna pritim prarthayate devete. So he prays for the priti of Krishna in this sloka. So deve varshati yagya viplav rusha vajrasma varsanilay. Yagya viplavena ya rut taya deve indre varshati sati vajrair asmabhischa purushanilaischa. So when his yagya was stopped, then he became upset, and then because of that he brought rain, hailstorm and wind and so on. Sidata pala pashu stri sidantah pala pashva striyascha yasmin tatha atma swameva sharanam yasya. And then all the Brajvasis who were troubled by this cowherd men, women, children, animals, who have taken shelter of Krishna, Atma Sharanam, Tadgoshtham Drishtva Anukampi. So by seeing that, Krishna became very compassionate on them, Kripalu. Utsmayan Pradham Aviskarvan. And then he was smiling, thinking of how to subdue the pride of Indra. So Abalo Balo Lilaya Yatha Uchlindre. So Krishna is called here as Abala. Abala means weak, which here means just a boy. He is just a boy, and just as a Abala is being, this is an example. Just like a small boy who is not very powerful but can easily uproot the mushroom, like that he uprooted Govardhan. So karena utpateti tathai utpateyo goshtamapat. And in this way he protected the cowherd community. Sagavam indra iti indra eva indrasya madam bhinatti iti nyaya. So he says that may that Indra of the cows, means the lord of the cows, be pleased. So he is calling Krishna as Gavendra. He says because only an Indra can demolish the pride of another Indra. So Indra is from the heaven and this is the Indra of Vraj. So the Indra of Vraj demolishes the pride of Indra of heaven. Krishno na mam parikshitam etan shrotrinsya prati priyatu pranati. So Krishna may be pleased with us, which means myself, Parikshit, and also all the people who are listening in that place. So priyat pranatu, he may be pleased. So in this way, Sukadeva Goswami is praying on behalf of everyone there, not just for himself, but for everyone who was listening. Iti sarartha darshinyam harshinyam bhakta chetsam sadvinsha atra dasme sangata sata. So this is the end of commentary on 26th chapter. And we will stop here. And then next class, whenever that happens, maybe in May 23, we'll start with 27th chapter. And then the famous 5 chapters of Rāsa-līlā will come quickly. So this is our last class of this season. If there is any question.
Babaji, can I ask a question? Babaji, how is it that Govardhan is described as the best of the servants of Krishna? So how is it that Krishna is also the best servant of himself?
What is the problem?
I'm having difficulty understanding, and perhaps it's a case of conventional logic doesn't apply, that how can one be the best servant of oneself?
Yeah, because you are only thinking in very strict logical way. If you see that Krishna is living being with 2 hands, 2 legs, and you see that mountain is mountain, and you see them separate, then one is serving the other. But if you cannot see that, then you have a problem understanding it. When he is doing service,
and Babaji?
by doing service to him, by giving him place to play, fruits to eat, water to drink, grass to cows, water to the cows. So he is doing service like that. But it is also he himself. So if you can see that, then there is no difficulty in understanding.
And I guess, Babaji, the same applies to the fact that by Krishna lifting Govardhan, he's effectively lifting himself.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to see from which point of view you see. The thing is this, that this is the difficult thing. If you just think in a very unilateral manner, then problem comes in understanding. So if you can understand that God is one and everything is His manifestation, but His manifestation is not that He is everything. Means everything 100% everywhere, He is the one. No, these are his potencies, and he has multifarious potencies. So, Vividha Shakti. And they are manifest. So, if you understand the concept of Shakti and Shaktiman and non-difference and difference, then it is not difficult to understand. That's what Jiva Goswami is trying to explain, this concept of energy and energetic. Energy and the owner of the energy. So there is no difference between them. So in the same way, Govardhan is not different from him. But it's not that it is just 100%. Govardhan is not going to dance with somebody. Govardhan is a mountain.
Thank you, Babaji.
So you have to think in terms of Shakti and Shaktiman. Otherwise, Krishna manifests as Rama, Varaha, so many forms. Then you will say, well, what is the difference? Then why are we saying this is Swam Bhagavan and then no one is equal to him? Because they are also he only. So how is that he can be superior to himself? This question can be asked. Right? If you apply that kind of logic which you are applying, then how can you say that he is better than himself? If he is Ram, if he is Varaha, if he is Matsya, and then you say that he is the best, he is the supreme, then here what you are saying logically is that he is better than himself. So that sentence does not make any sense. Because better means you have to assume there are two, and one is superior to the other. Okay.
Bhagavatam. So my question was that you would get to know if a person is proud or has any fears about himself only after dealing with that person. Without dealing with the person, without having any interaction with the person, that will be only hearsay or assumption. In case of this Leela of Bhagavan,
In case of?
Leela. In case of this Leela, Babaji, like other Leelas, Asuras were coming and then they were attacking and then they were showing their intent of malice towards Krishna. But then obviously Krishna took the corrective action. But in this case, there was no interaction between Indra and Krishna earlier. So how was he? Was it not an assumption or maybe that? How did he come to the conclusion that person is proud? Like, okay, I think Bhagavatam is. I'm asking from practical point of view. Unless you meet a person.
So some people have power that they can know without interaction.
Okay.
Do you know that?
No, I'm like yogis.
Yeah, even now practically there are people like that they see somebody and they can know this person's attitude just by seeing. And then he was proven right. When they stopped doing the yajna, why was he so upset? We already discussed they did not disrespect him. They did not respect him. And then if they did not respect him, why he wants to destroy them?
That of course is pride.
What is that they have done that he should now come and destroy everybody, all the cows should die and children and women and everybody should die? Is that right? Just because I don't do something to please you, then you become angry at me. It's my choice whether I do it or I don't do it. If I do it, fine, you can bless me. If I don't do it, don't bless me, but don't destroy me. So that means his pride was hurt or not?
Yes. But in our normal day-to-day dealings, if we don't have that intuitive power to make out, unless we have an interaction with a person, we should not make assumption. No?
Yeah. If you don't have that ability, then don't make. Unless you want to get into trouble.
I'd like to know if it's true that in this list of the Bhāgavatas here, they gave a summary of Krishna's astonishing Leela, and one thing that was missing here, I couldn't see it, is the Brahma Vimohan Leela. And I was wondering why this is the case. Is it maybe, first of all, is it true that it is not mentioned there? And second, if it's not mentioned, is it maybe because they themselves, they did not notice it, they did not see Brahma coming down and bowing down to Krishna and praising him, and they also did not perceive that their children got exchanged and their cows got exchanged?
Yeah, obviously they did not know it.
Okay. So therefore they cannot speak about this one. Okay.
Yeah, but what is not mentioned is killing of Aghasura. That you can say. Because he killed Aghasura, that is not mentioned here. And this is the point which they raise. Those who do not accept these three chapters, 13, 14, 12, 13 and 14. So they give this reasoning that look here, Aghasura is not mentioned. If he was killed, if it was part of this, they should also mention him here. So wherever Krishna's activities are summarized, whether by Uddhava or later on, Aghasura is missing. So this is their main point.
The second question I had is about Garga Muni's prediction here. So he spoke this Rakta Shukla Tata Pita Idanim Krishna Tham Gata. And I remember from earlier that the meaning of they have attained Krishna-ness, or he has attained Krishna-ness, is that all the avatars, they enter into Krishna when he comes on earth. Was this the only explanation, or is there also another significance that he says that this boy now has attained Krishna-ness? Because it's a little bit strange that he says here it's Krishna Tara, not he's now black, or that person who was previously yellow, red, white is now black, but now this person has attained blackness.
So what is the problem with this?
Maybe just an unusual...
Earlier he had these colors and now he has blackish color. What is Krishnan? Krishnaness, Krishnatva. It's blackish.
Just a little bit out of order, I think, because he doesn't say that he had whiteness, yellowness, and so on, but now he has blackness. So I was just wondering if there's any.
So how will you make the
significance
sloka?
here. Okay, so it's just because of the meter, or
No, it's somebody is making a sloka. Unless it is giving some extraordinary out of way meaning, then you can ask question. But it says earlier he was yellow, he was white, red and yellow, and now he has attained blackishness. What is the problem with this? That's what it means. Idanim Krishnatam Gata means he has attained blackishness. So what is the break here? You want to say now he is black, that's all you want to say. Right?
yeah.
So instead of saying now he is black, he is saying he has attained blackishness. That's all he is saying. What is the difference? Blackishness means black only. Blackness or blackishness, whatever you want to say, blackness. Now he has attained blackness. So blackness means quality of black color.
It also doesn't imply that there are others who have also blackness. Could it maybe mean that there are others which have also this blackness, this Krishnaness, and now he's also like that, like others?
Which others?
I don't know. Just
And
usually
if you
when we
don't
have-
know why he is saying, I am saying.
Okay, okay. Just because usually when we have a class, then there are different individuals.
No, he is not saying about class. If this book is yellow in color, then I can say that it has yellowness in it. I'm not referring to the whole class or thing. Individual also has got the jati in it or not? I'm not referring to jati, I'm not referring to class. One cow also has cowness in it. And just because it has cowness does not mean I talk about the whole cow race. Previously this cow was a human being and before that a bird. Now she has attained cowness. If I say like this, it means she is a cow now. So nothing to do with the cow as a whole race or anything.
I see. Then this being is a cow now, and there are also other cows.
Yeah. The other people who are black. Arjuna was also black. Draupadi was black. Vyasdev was black. Anything else?
Yes, Babaji, it's about, it's maybe just a simple question related to the village, to Vrindavan itself, the houses and all of that. So when this rain comes with hailstone and all of this, most of these houses get destroyed, and after the Lila they rebuild everything or something like that, or the houses wasn't touched at all, or after the Lila Krishna?
Did he say that houses were destroyed?
No.
So now why are you assuming that and then asking question?
No, it's a question that arises in my mind if it's there.
Yeah, if it is not said, that means they were not destroyed.
Okay.
If it was said, then it's fine.
So in some sense we can say that Krishna also protect these houses, not only under Govardhan, or not only the bhaktas, the people, but also the whole entire.
Yeah, if they were not destroyed, why is the need to protect? That's my question. You can say he protected if they were destroyed. But if they were not destroyed, is it necessary if there is a hailstorm then houses will also collapse?
No, not necessarily. Yeah. But yeah, I remember some type of houses made, like I see the houses in village when this hailstorm comes and so strong, and usually they get destroyed. So I was thinking, what happened with this?
So anyway, if they got destroyed, they fix it. What is the problem?
Yeah, just no foreseeing. So
Either it has to be stated here, then we can talk, but if you are just assuming, then assume another thing. What is the problem? If you are assuming they got destroyed, then assume they built it back.
Yeah, I was thinking.
So what is your question?
No, it's just because there was no mention about that, and you was explaining that, of course, Krishna protect the bhakti, not the material part. But it means that, for me, I mean, when I see that it's not mentioned, that also these houses and all of these things is also part of this protection of bhakti.
So the Aghasura-līlā is not mentioned in the list. So the Aghasura-līlā is not mentioned in the list.
Which Leela?
Aghasura, yeah. With Aghasura-līlā is not mentioned. I'm just wondering, is there a reason for this? Or would we answer back to the opponent, well, what's the problem if this Leela is not mentioned? Because you said that some people, they say, yeah, I mean...
Because they are not giving list of all the Leelas there. It is not that it is a complete list of what all he has done. So if it is not mentioned, then it's not mentioned. Whatever they came to their mind, they said it. And we already spoke that this Aghasura-līlā was spoken after 1 year. If you remember. Not the day it happened. So something happened after 1 year, they are coming and telling. Then maybe it did not register well in their mind. Other things happened same day, they were told, maybe they went and saw. This was said after 1 year. So therefore they didn't mention it. But other things, some of them they witnessed, Kaliya snake, fire. Fire is also mentioned one fire, it happened twice. They should mention both. It's not stated there. Okay.